So I emailed the fucking people at the college and I was like, listen, peace, bitch, I gotta go.
Fuck this pussy boy, fuck it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Richelle. So in today's video, I'm doing a what the fuck? I'm doing a chit chat. Get ready with me, and I'm also telling the story time. Well, it's not really a story time, it's just the reasoning behind why I dropped out of college. Not once, but twice. I have dropped out of 2 different colleges, and it is safe to say that my parents hate me and that I'm a total fucking disappointment. Let me just get on into my makeup and let's not do a fucking long, rambly ass intro. First college I went to was ASU, which is Arizona State University. My senior year of high school was when I was like applying to all of these different colleges. My mom spent a lot of money on applications. This like college counselor lady who like does all your apps, but she totally like fakes all of your apps and does them really, really nice. And like she knows like what you can lie about, what you can't lie about to like get into college. Love her. I applied to all these colleges. I got all of my answers back whether I got in or not. And I had decided on ASU. ASU, what I thought was like gonna be really, really fun. There's like 5 campuses. It's like huge, like it's literally massive. I think it's like the biggest university in America. Like it has so many fucking children in it, not children, like kids. And me and Josh, we went and toured it, and I was like, no, like this looks fun, like this looks like it'd be lit. And I decided that I was not going to stay on campus. I was going to live off campus with Josh, obviously, because I get extreme separation anxiety from Josh. So I wasn't gonna live in a fucking nasty ass dorm. I knew I wasn't gonna be like joining a sorority or anything like that. Like I just wanted, my plan was to like live with Josh and just go to school for 4 years, and then like I definitely had the plan to go to grad school because I was getting my degree in clinical psychology, and you can't really do anything with just like your bachelor's. Like you have to get your grad degree. So I like had this whole plan that I was gonna go to grad school after and live my fucking life, you know? So towards the end of my senior year, Josh and I were down in Huntington Beach visiting his grandparents, and we decided to go to this mall in Costa Mesa. And I ended up getting scouted, and then I was invited to go to this showcase where every single modeling agency that you could think of goes to, and a bunch of girls get invited, and then you do like a runway and you do a bunch of stuff. And then like representatives from each agency are sitting in tables surrounding the runway, and then at the end you get callbacks, and then you like meet with the agencies whether or not they want to give you a contract and so forth. So I ended up getting 5 callbacks by modeling agencies, and I ended up meeting with like Wilhelmina, Factor Chosen, LA Models, who else? Frank. What's the one in Industry? What's the one in San Diego that a lot of people are signed with? I need to look that up because it's gonna bug me. No Ties. So I ended up also getting called back by No Ties, and I got contracts for multiple, like contract offers for multiple of the agencies, and I ended up going with Industry. Oh wait. Oh shoot! I totally got all of my like time frames messed up. So I got scouted at the end of my senior year when I had already decided to go to ASU. So I was like locked in with an apartment. I was locked in for everything already. I was supposed to move into my apartment in July, and the modeling showcase wasn't until October, so I would already have been in school for a couple of months. I was like, you know what, I like decided with my family, like I'm just going to go to ASU for the couple of months, and if something happens at the showcase, if I get contract offers, whatever, then we'll go from there and like decide what I'm gonna do, because the showcase wasn't until October, but I was moving in and starting school in August. So I'm in school at ASU for those couple of months, from like August, September, and then like a little bit of October. what the fuck is on my eye? It's fine. It's honestly fine. Like, my classes weren't that hard. I had one class that was like pretty hard. It was like cognitive neuroscience, and that one was a little tricky. And then the girl who I copied off of ended up leaving ASU as well because she got really, really sick. So I was like, fuck. And then I thought about it. I looked in the mirror and I was like, Richelle, do you honestly, truly believe that you could fucking give up 4 years of your life to this place? And I was like, no. I literally, no matter how hard I tried to imagine myself being at ASU for 4 fucking years and then doing 2 years at grad school, I couldn't do it. Like, I could not picture myself doing it. Like, that's not me. Like, my sister has her fucking master's and she's about to go back to school to get her PhD. She has literally spent like 10 years of her life in school, and I'm like, and she has student debt up to her fucking butthole, and I'm like, I just don't want that. My parents agreed to pay 2 years out of my college, and then I was gonna have to pay the other 2, and I was like, I don't want student debt. Like, that's just, I don't want that weighing over my head. I was like, I'm only 2 months in to being at ASU, and I already don't like it. Like, I don't want to do it. I was really, 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 really hoping that something was going to come of the modeling showcase in October. I was working out like crazy. I was doing boxing every single day. I was eating so good. I got my body looking real nice. I was like in the best shape of my life. I ended up going to the showcase, got all of the callbacks, got contract offers, and I was like, fuck yeah, like, I'm literally going to do this. The showcase was in San Diego. We went straight from San Diego to LA, like literally straight from San Diego to LA, didn't even go back to Arizona, and we got an apartment like that following weekend. Like, we got the apartment right then and there. We get back from LA from getting our apartment, like, this all happened so fast, and I go to like the admissions or wherever you go, and I fill out the forms and everything that I am withdrawing and dropping out of ASU, and it was the happiest freaking day of my life. I was so excited to be moving to LA. I was so excited to be leaving ASU because I did not want to be going to college. It was just not what I wanted. Like, I just could not picture myself doing that. Like, that's not me. Like, you know how people always say, like, can you hear Josh yelling? You know how you always like hear people say, like, you know what, just college is not for some people. And that's me. One of my sisters did not go to college either, and then one of my sisters has her master's and is getting her PhD. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm the sister that did go to college but then dropped out twice. So that is why I dropped out of ASU. I feel like if I hadn't gotten the opportunity to do modeling and move to LA and sign with an agency, then I would probably still be at ASU today because I would have had pretty much no reason to leave. Yeah, which is really scary, which I could not imagine being there. Fast forward a couple months, we were living in Burbank, which is in LA, and then we moved to North Hollywood. And while I was in North Hollywood, I was like starting to just like hate modeling. Like, I stopped eating, my hair was falling out, like, I was just not happy. One of my agents was a raging bitch. Like, she sucked. 2 of my favorite agents had left from the agency, and I was just like, I'm like not happy with my agency. I regretted not signing with Wilhelmina. So I ended up getting a FaceTime call from my mom, and I just finished up my eyeliner and mascara. Let me zoom you guys in a little. So I think I was talking about living in North Hollywood, and I was feeling really uninspired. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go back to school and just do online school, because I really, really did not like the whole sitting in a classroom, sitting in a desk, being surrounded by other people, which I literally hate being around other people. Like, I'm a very I like being by myself kind of person, except like Josh and my family is an exception. So I was like, I definitely don't want to go back to an actual school. So I started looking into like online schools, and I was like, you know what? I was like talking with my mom, and I was like, I am very, very passionate about animals. It's like the only thing that, well, besides YouTube, animals are like my whole passion, just the only thing like that I really care about. So I was like, what about being a vet tech? Like, I should be a veterinary technician. And it only is 2 years of schooling, and then you have to pass like the state test or whatever. And I was like, oh my god, I'll totally do vet tech school. So I called my vet in LA and was like, what like program did all of your vet techs go to? And they told me the school. So then I started doing the whole admissions process. They said that it was going to be a 1.5-year program, which was even better than 2 years, and that at the end of it, there's job placement. I was like, that's perfect. Being a freaking vet tech, like, that's absolutely perfect. And this was before Josh and I had ever had the plan to move to Reno to be closer to Josh's parents, and just because it's so much cheaper, I was like, let's go forward with it. Let's do it. Let's do vet tech school. I started doing vet tech school, and it was pretty easy, like, in the beginning. One thing that was hard was like all your textbooks were on your computer, and I get like really bad headaches from staring at my computer screen too long. And like if I didn't understand something, I'd be like, fuck, like I can't just raise my hand and ask the teacher. I can't go into like the teacher's hours that they have after class. Like, it's literally like all on your own. So I was like, okay, this is getting a little hard. And as I moved to Reno and the classes started getting more and more in depth, I started like just realizing that like veterinary hospitals and like the veterinary world in general, like the animal healthcare world in general, they don't really give a shit about other animals besides household animals. Once I got into like the large animal section, it was literally called like a large animal section or whatever, rather than just like small animals like dogs and cats. And they weren't even calling the cows, they were calling them livestock. You'd have to do a month-long internship at the end of it. During the month-long internship, you'd be dealing with livestock, and you had to give them these certain vaccinations that are safe for human consumption and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want to be dealing with an animal that is going to be slaughtered. Like, that's just something that I don't want to do. And the vet tech is the one who has to handle euthanizations and putting animals to sleep. And I was like, honestly, mentally, I just don't think I can handle any of that. Like, I just don't think I can handle that. Like, I'm passionate about animals, but like not like those people aren't passionate about animals. And I just like think it's fucked up. Like, all those people that work in those vet hospitals, they still eat meat, they still eat animals, but they're viewing household animals as differently, and I just don't like that. And I was like, I'm not liking this. Like, why am I putting in money to do all of this and wasting all of this time? I'm not like, I know I don't want to do this. Like, I know for a fucking fact this is not what I want to do at all. Oh, and the other thing was like, at the end, there was they're called 2-week clinical trials where you go to LA because that's where the college was, and you do these 2-week clinical trials, and you're like in labs and all of this stuff, and then at the end of the 2 weeks you do a month-long internship in LA. And that means I was going to have to be gone from Josh and my cats, which are my literal life, like my whole world, for a month and a half by myself in LA. And I was like, no, I'd rather die. I'd rather not fucking do that. So I was like, I might as well. I know I want to drop out. Like, I know this isn't what I want to do. So I emailed the fucking people at the college, and I was like, listen, peace, bitch, I gotta go. So then after I emailed the people, I texted my mom this very, very long message because I did not want to tell her over the phone because she can be a little scurry sometimes. She can be a little scurry. I texted her this long thing, and then she texted me this very, very long thing as well. And I was like, okay, you know what? Well, there's no going back because I already told her I'm dropping out, and I already missed all of my classes for the week and all that stuff. So there was no going back. So yeah, then my mom and I went through the whole process of me withdrawing from vet tech school, and that was that. Now that I went through, I have truly decided that school and college is just not for me. Maybe when I'm like fucking 30 or some shit, then I'll want to go back to school. But where I am at in life right now, that's just not anytime soon in the foreseeable future. I just don't like it. I just do not like being in school. I don't like it at all. The school's not for me. My poor parents have wasted a lot of money on me, and I feel very bad about that. But you know what? I feel like I would literally be in such a dark, depressed, really sad, horrible place if I was in school, because I was just not passionate about it, and I just feel like I was gonna be in so much student debt. And with what Josh and I want to do and the path that we want to take with our lives and how to make money and career stuff, you don't need a college degree. So that is my little story of why I dropped out of college twice, because it's not fucking for me and I don't like being in school. I do think knowledge is amazing. I think knowledge is power. I think being smart and educated is such an amazing thing, but I can't do college. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me, chit chat, get ready with me of why I dropped out of college twice and why I'm such a disappointment to my parents. So give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Go follow all of my social media. Go follow all of my social media. It'll be linked down below in the description box. And I'll see you bitches in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye.
Running up all of the numbers, kissing and hugging and fucking and coming like I just came up out of slumber. Honey, yeah, that's how long I'm beyond infinity and beyond. Shoot for the stars and I'm